we will run disk cleanup. To do this, hover over your C drive, right-click on it, select Properties, and then you'll select Disk Cleanup here. We should check this thing, Clean up System Files. So basically all of these files here can be removed. They are no longer needed. You can just check all these here and select OK, and you will be able to clean them up. Are you sure? Yes, we are. You can do this on the other drives. And we can see for this drive there is nothing to clean up. And let's select our F drive, this cleanup. Nothing there either. One would imagine this stuff being automatic, but it really isn't. So go to your Windows search and just write in %temp% and just enter. And inside here you have a lot of weird folders and files, and just hold Control and click A. Just mark them all, and you'll just hold Shift and click Delete. Do this and you will be getting back some gigs or a couple of 100 megabytes. And the ones that can't get deleted easily, just click Skip on them. Do this for all and click Skip and just let it run. Alright, they are gone, so hold Windows key and click R like in Roger. And then you'll write in temp here as well, and we get to another temp folder. And you'll just do the same, click Ctrl A, Shift Delete, delete all these files, and give permission and skip if some things are impossible to delete. And there we go. There is also this Windows service that helps you start programs faster. So hold the Windows key and click R and write in Prefetch. And here we are in the Prefetch folder. You can go back one step, right click on it, click Properties, and you can see how big it is. For some people there is some big bug, and if it's like a couple of gigs you can go into it and just delete everything, and that's absolutely fine. But if it's just a few megabytes like in this case, don't bother. Oh, and while we are at this Windows folder, we will do some deep diving. So go down to Software Distribution, this folder, go into it, then you go to Download. So we can go in here, click Ctrl A to mark them all, Shift Delete and delete this. And then we give some permission. Inside of this folder we have old versions of Windows from Windows Update, so and stuff like that, and you can delete them, they're no longer needed. But if you want to revert to an earlier version, you probably should not delete this folder. Dive into C drive, and you will go to this C ProgramData, Microsoft Search, Data, Application and Windows. Usually the ProgramData folder is hidden, so it might be easier to just copy this search path from the description, paste it into the Explorer and click Enter, and you will get here. Now what you need to check is this thing, Windows EDB. This is the search indexing database. And for some people it's very large. For me it's only slightly 1 gigabyte, which is absolutely fine. But if it's, I don't know, 100 gigs for some people it can be, then we will need to do some stuff and rebuild our search indexing. So to do this, go to Windows Search and you will write Indexing or Search Indexing Options. Inside here you will first go to Advanced. In Advanced Options, you will go to File Types. Here we can see Index Properties Only or Index Properties and File Contents. You will select Index Properties Only if this isn't selected already, and click OK. Inside here you click Modify and you click Show All Locations. And you hover over the different stuff you may and may not want to index. For example, I don't need to index my photos because I don't use search to find any of my photos. So I can uncheck this box and then I click OK. But I do want to check that my music is indeed indexed, and it is beautiful because that's the only thing I search, and I just click OK. So if you open up Settings here and write in Windows Search Settings, go into that, And you can see that pictures are now on the excluded list, just like we set up. You can also go to this PC and right-click on some of the drives, and you can see that we can uncheck allow this drive to have contents indexed in addition to file properties. So you can like turn off indexing for entire big drives. So if you have a big storage drive of like 8 terabytes, it's a smart idea to just turn off indexing if you don't search that drive very often. Also save some performance. So when you change the indexing locations and stuff like that, you want to go to indexing options, click advanced, and then you'll go here under troubleshooting, delete and rebuild index. We'll click rebuild and just click OK. And it will take some time to rebuild the index. So the drives will work, but you may just close this down and it will work in the background to make your new fresh index, which hopefully will be a lot smaller. And you can go in the previous location and check the actual database file and see how big it is after the process is done. Now I'll show you a little unusual procedure that might get back 8 gigabytes for you, 7 to 8 gigabytes permanently larger space, and this is a space that is usually reserved for Windows updates. So in order to give you Windows updates even though you have low disk space drive. But if you rather want to use this space as you want to, you can disable this feature. So what we'll do is we'll start PowerShell, and we can just go down to the flag here, right click on it and click on Windows PowerShell admin, or search up PowerShell and right click and start as admin. So inside here we will write in get Windows reserved storage state and click enter. And it says it's disabled. However, if it is enabled, you can disable it and you will get back this space. You will write in get Windows reserved storage state space dash state disabled and click enter. There, I got it. Just write in that. I of course pasted these commands into the description. However, you won't get back these 8 gigabytes directly. They will come back after the next Windows update. But after that you'll have them forever. There is another little thing you should do if you use Microsoft Store. I don't, but I can show you how to do it. So write in WSReset.exe in PowerShell admin and just click enter. And it will now clear out the cache of the Windows Store or Microsoft Store, so will you have a cleaner experience and remove some junk files. Very nice. And as long as it's blinking like this, it is working, and it will get back to the normal state when well, it's done. And there we are, so now we can close it down. If you have an Nvidia graphics card, there is a lot of folders you could clear out cache in, but they're not usually that big. So I will give you the folder that might be a little bit big that you can clear out. So go into your ProgramData folder, Nvidia Corporation, and then we go to NV cache, and this thing, we can delete everything we can delete. You want to know how big this is? Well, it is, for my case, almost half a gig, so I think it's worth clearing this thing out. And just click Shift Delete everything there, and there we go. And if you don't have an Nvidia card, you'll not need to care about this. So now let us run another little application that is quite useful. I recommend this tool for anyone who want to clean out their system a little bit more thorough, maybe do some of this automatic removal of the temporary folders. This tool does it, and that's CCleaner. It's free to use, they have a free version, but when you go to their homepage, be careful to not accidentally select their Pro trial. They're a little bit sneaky about it. So what we can do first is go to Tools and go to the Uninstaller. CCleaner's uninstaller is absolutely great, and we can even uninstall some Windows Store apps, which are not usually uninstallable, but you know. There we have it, and Figma Agent, we can uninstall that as well. And sometimes they are kind of still here, and when you click uninstall you get this little issue here. So you just click F5 and then update it, and you can see now it's gone. Here you can see enlisted, it's 15 gigs. I want to uninstall this, so you can just uninstall it here. 15 gigs back, fantastic. So that's how it goes. Uninstall everything you don't need. Just go through this list of programs, and for the programs you had before but no longer use, or programs that came with your PC and you never bothered to uninstall, well, you can uninstall them here. Fantastic and easy. Now we'll go back to this custom clean session. Here we have Windows, cache cookies like Microsoft Edge, Chromium, Windows Explorer, like a lot of different stuff here, like empty recycle bin, temporary files, blah blah blah. You can leave everything checked in like it is. And be a little bit careful, because if you click in everything you might remove more than you want to remove, but the preset options are very much good enough. Then you can go to application, and you might understand that your internet browser has cache and cookies, and you can delete those cache and cookies by checking these boxes. You can even delete the session, so all your tabs you have up, but I don't want to do it. Stuff that's already pre-checked is usually good enough, but you can click in some other things you want to clean up. So we have both these checked, and we can click Run Cleaner directly, or just analyze to see how much we actually would be able to remove. So 5 gigs. We can remove 5 gigs doing this. So let's run the cleaner and get those 5 gigabytes back. And there we go, 5 gigabytes removed. And now we can go to registry and let all these be checked, and just scan for some different keys and weird data in the registry. So wherever you like missing stuff and weird stuff going on in the registry that's not proper anymore and changed, it leaves some junk behind, and usually this junk is very small, but if you've never done this clean, it can be a substantial amount. So it's worth running a registry check, and you just review selected issues, which is all, and it asks you to make a backup. That's smart. I'll just click Fix All Selected Issues and close, and I've done that for years and I haven't had any issues yet, but if you get some issues, don't blame me. It asks you to make a registry restore point, which is probably smart, but well, as I said, I never had any issues, so I'll continue to do this. You can also go to options and of course turn off it starting every time the system starts. And now you can see I have 83 gigabytes free on this drive. Hope we did clean up some stuff there, and if it did, please leave a like and do subscribe for future videos. This is your host Gmodism, signing out.